In August 1940, World War II reached Britain's doorstep. Germany, led by Nazi forces and Hitler, was swallowing European countries, and Britain was the last hope. However, at that time, Britain did not have the industrial capacity to produce heavy weapons to win the war. That's when Britain's Prime Minister, Winston Churchill, handpicked a group of men, giving them secret information that could help any country win the war. These men were not ordinary, and they were supposed to take information and hardware to the US, mounting on a vessel and carrying the last hope since the US had the industrial capacity. Among the hardware was a secret box, the decisive piece that changed World War II. But what was it, and how did it really turn the tables? Welcome to the Ancient Talks, a channel where we explain and try to make sense of some of the most bizarre and mysterious objects and phenomena scientists and archaeologists cannot explain about. We bring out some unexplained mysteries to discover whether they are myths or realities. This journey will confront us with ancient objects and artifacts that mark a different history and truths than we know. In this video, we will disclose what that secret box was, which was taken to the US. Let's get started. Since Germany was dominating in the war, during August 1940, Britain finally decided to reveal its military advancement rather than get defeated by Germany. Hence, the group of scientists had to go to Washington, carrying a mission officially called the British Technical and Scientific Mission, or Tizard Mission, named after their leader, Sir Henry Tizard. Sir Tizard was in charge of Britain's Aeronautical Research Committee. Their main goal was clear: to share Britain's latest military technological advancements with the cautious American government in exchange for access to the United States' vast industrial capacity. This partnership would allow the production of weapons based on these groundbreaking discoveries. One of the many closely guarded secrets they transported across the Atlantic was a crucial piece of equipment that had been invented just a few months earlier. After France surrendered to Nazi Germany in June 1940, Great Britain found itself as the only country in Europe not under Nazi control. This meant that they had to face the growing power of the German forces across the English Channel. The Luftwaffe, the German Air Force, relentlessly bombed British territory night after night during the Blitz. These continuous attacks, combined with the depletion of resources, pushed Britain's infrastructure to its limits. Without significant allies, Britain found itself in a precarious situation. Realizing the imminent threat posed by Germany's superior production capabilities, particularly in electronics, British scientist Henry Tizard came up with a brilliant plan. He understood that Britain couldn't withstand the German onslaught without the research and manufacturing capacity of North America, especially if the United States remained neutral in the war. Tizard saw the immense potential in a technological exchange and presented a bold strategy to Prime Minister Churchill. He proposed sharing Britain's closely guarded wartime secrets with the United States in exchange for access to their research and mass production capabilities. This proposal held the promise of acquiring cutting-edge advancements and securing a powerful ally in the United States. Tizard envisioned leveraging the strength of the British scientific community, along with America's industrial might, to tip the scales in favor of the Allied forces. It was an ambitious plan that relied on a strategic alliance built on scientific collaboration and shared interests. In the months that followed, the Tizard mission achieved remarkable success. The British scientists presented their technological breakthroughs to their American counterparts, sparking a fruitful exchange of knowledge and ideas. This collaboration led to the development of crucial technologies such as jet engines, advanced radar systems, and electronic innovations. But deciding to share confidential information was a gamble. At first, Winston Churchill and his senior advisors were hesitant to share Britain's most important military secrets with anyone else. However, the Battle of Dunkirk, where British forces suffered a major setback, and the ongoing Blitz attacks by the Germans, made it clear that Britain was in a dire situation. Churchill couldn't ignore reality anymore. He realized that the potential risks of revealing these secrets were outweighed by the benefits of gaining support from the United States, Britain's ally. So, Churchill gave his approval for a special mission. With a change of heart, Churchill took it upon himself to directly contact President Theodore Roosevelt of the United States. He proposed the idea of a mission that would involve exchanging technology between Britain and America. Roosevelt, fully aware of the powerful German forces and the slim chances of a successful American invasion in Europe, was eager to assist Great Britain in any way possible. Before we continue further, tell us, are you enjoying the video? If yes, please give it a like and subscribe to the Ancient Talks for more videos on mysterious ancient subjects. Let's continue now. Under strict secrecy, Churchill handpicked a team of 6 senior military scientists who had extensive experience in the field. Their role was to gather technical secrets with military applications and transport them across the treacherous Atlantic Ocean. In August, Henry Tizard, the leader of the mission, went to the United States to make the necessary arrangements, while the rest of the team joined him by ship a few weeks later. However, the journey was delicate. German U-boats and submarines were actively attacking British ships without any restrictions. These U-boats were determined to sink any British vessels and their crews, and this vessel was carrying an inconspicuous small metal trunk which nobody knew what was inside. Inside that trunk lay Britain's military secrets, which represented the last hope for liberating Europe. However, the most valuable item on board was a prototype of a device called a cavity magnetron. It had been invented only a few months earlier by 2 scientists in Birmingham. This compact vacuum tube generated radar microwaves, which were vital for improving the power and accuracy of radar systems. Both Churchill and Tizard hoped that by sharing the cavity magnetron, they could convince the United States to mass produce it. On September 6, 1940, the 6-member team arrived in Canada before making their way to Washington, D.C. 6 days later, bringing along their priceless cargo. Henry Tizard had spent nearly a month establishing a headquarters at the Shoreham Hotel in preparation for the mission. The British and American teams held multiple meetings following a regular office schedule. They exchanged blueprints and shared their latest technological advancements. The British scientists shared their knowledge of new rockets, plastic explosives, sonar technology, and gyroscopic gun sights with their American counterparts. Meanwhile, the American team showcased their own equipment at the Naval Research Laboratory. On September 19th, Tizard's team met with Dr. Alfred Loomis, who was in charge of coordinating scientific research for military purposes at the National Defense Research Committee. During this significant meeting, the British presented all their information about the remarkable cavity magnetron, the secret hardware packed in the box. The prototype was so groundbreaking that it astonished the Americans, and both sides agreed to collaborate further. The partnership between American and British scientists and military personnel continued for several weeks. Tizard and his team traveled between Washington, New York, New Jersey, Boston, and even California to share their insights and expertise. They carried only the necessary documents for each meeting, ensuring the metal trunk containing the secrets remained securely locked and under armed escort at the British Embassy. During the Tizard mission meetings, while most discussions went smoothly, there were 2 main areas where they had disagreements. The first issue centered around a device called the Norden bombsight. This was an advanced American invention used by aircraft to accurately drop bombs. Britain really wanted to get their hands on this technology. However, the American military commanders initially advised President Roosevelt to keep all information about the bombsight a secret. They were worried that if the Germans got hold of it and figured out how it worked, it could give them a major advantage, even before the United States officially entered the war. On the other hand, British engineers were hesitant to share their research on jet propulsion. They were actively working on this technology and believed it had long-term importance. They were concerned that if they shared their jet propulsion secrets with the United States, it might not immediately benefit them in the war if America joined. They worried that revealing this information could ultimately cost Britain its advantage in the post-war economy and beyond. As a result, during the Tizard mission, they only provided general information about these 2 projects, keeping the specific details undisclosed. But how did the secret metal box, or cavity magnetron, change the war's picture? After numerous tiring meetings with their American counterparts, Tizard and his team returned to England on October 8th. Just a month later, the first order for mass production of magnetrons was placed. These magnetrons were crucial components used in radar systems. By early 1941, individual aircraft were equipped with radar instruments, which played a significant role in the Allied control of the European skies in the following years. These developments were of utmost importance. The cavity magnetron allowed radar to be made smaller and more portable. This had a profound impact on the battle against German U-boats in the Atlantic. The magnetron also led to the creation of proximity fuses, which enabled precise anti-aircraft fire and greatly reduced the threat posed by Japanese planes to Allied ships in the Pacific. Additionally, the Tizard mission contributed to the development of jet engines and even atomic bombs. The Allied advantage in these technologies significantly influenced the outcome of the war. Despite the initial disagreements, when the United States entered the war following the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, any remaining reluctance to share technical knowledge quickly disappeared. The Tizard mission was celebrated as a tremendous success for both countries. It was more than just a delivery of documents and technology samples. Even today, the events of 1940 are recognized as pivotal in establishing the famous wartime alliance between Britain and America, which played a crucial role in the ultimate defeat of the Axis powers. What do you think? Could Germany be defeated if the US did not have received the secret information from Britain? What if the US had not used the secret box? Wouldn't history be different today? Let us know your opinion on whether this secret box can be considered the sole table turner of the Second World War. Would you like to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to the Ancient Talks and press the bell icon next to it. We bring videos that educate you on some of the enigmatic and unbelievable ancient objects and phenomena. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.